Hello, today I'm going to show you just a little, I'm calling it the roll down series that we would traditionally do on the Pilates tower equipment and how we can kind of recreate it home without the equipment but with just a TheraBand. So the best thing is if you have a wall that you can prop up against, and then you're going to take your TheraBand and you're going to open your feet pretty wide, like mine are about almost the width of my mat. And then I'm gonna plant my feet on my wall. I'm gonna really press in. And I'm gonna just choke up a little bit of my band and start tall. So you can see I got my knees bent. If you wanted to straighten your legs, you could. I'm gonna take a few breaths here. Long, big inhale. As I exhale, tightening my stomach up and in, dropping my shoulders down, just kind of feeling that work to be there and be tall and lengthened and have my good posture. Then I'm gonna start with a little roll down. I'm gonna tilt my pelvis round through my low back. I might need to choke down on my band a little bit, push my feet into the wall and into my band and roll myself down. And then I'm gonna come right back up, nodding chin toward chest, just trying to get that curling through my back. And I'm gonna keep curling, keep scooping my belly in until my shoulders get past my hips. And then I'm gonna sit nice and tall. I'm gonna do that again. Rounding back, inhaling about halfway, pushing into that wall. Exhale to roll down. And then curling back up, rounding, and you could keep legs straight or you could soften them, bend them. And then lift tall at the top. And then I'm gonna add some variations to that. I'm gonna roll down, keeping my shoulder blades in place, push into the wall. And this time when I get there, I'm gonna stay there. And I'm gonna keep pushing my feet into the wall, keep pulling my stomach up and in, just kind of feeling that length in my body. And then I'm gonna take my arms and I'm gonna see if I can inhale, widen my elbows. How high can I pull up without arching my back or wiggling around? Exhale as I straighten. Inhale, nice big breath. Exhale to straighten. I'm gonna do one more of those today. Wide elbows to pull up. Exhale to straighten. Then I'm gonna roll back up again, chin to chest, and pushing my feet into the wall, curling, curling, curling until my shoulders are past my hips. And then I'm gonna sit tall. And then I'm gonna do another one where I roll myself down. I use that support of the band and the wall to get lots of curling through my spine. This time I'm gonna do a straight arm press. It actually is like a straight arm lift. So from where I'm at, my stomach is tight, my feet are pushing into the wall. I'm gonna lift and come back. I'm working really hard to keep my wrist straight as I press up and then resist on the way back down. I'm gonna do one more. Inhale, exhale to come back, and then coming back up, curl, 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 round through your back. And then lift tall at the top. All right, now I'm going to go into what I call the one arm series. I'm going to take both hands into my right arm. I'm going to reach my left arm out in front, keep both of my shoulder blades nice and anchored into place. And I'm going to do that roll down. It feels harder with only one hand getting hold of the band, and still try to stay nice and centered as I roll myself down. And then roll to come back up. And then I'm gonna start adding a little side bend to that. I'm gonna roll down. I'm gonna take an inhale all the way down. I'm gonna push my feet into the wall. I'm gonna get there, reach my arm overhead. Without moving my legs and hips, I'm gonna side bend. And then I'm gonna come out of that side bend, sweep my arm around, curl to come back up until I'm over top my hips, and then I'm lifting tall. Inhale, I'm gonna curl down. Exhale, side bend. That left foot of mine is just really pushing into the wall to help me get a nice side stretch. Come out of your side bend and then curl yourself back up. And then the last one, my favorite one, is where we're gonna take a little bonus stretch. You're gonna roll down. We got our feet pressing in. We're rolling down to the mat. We tip our head to the side. We find our side bend. And then I'm gonna take my left leg, and sometimes my band wants to pop up. I'm gonna cross my ankle over the other leg and just be here and be in this really active stretch, reaching through my top arm and my leg. Feels like a great stretch in my hip, side waist. And then to come out of it, I'll bring my foot back over and kind of re-anchor to my wall, unside bend, and then curl myself back up and lift tall. And then of course we gotta do the other side. So we're gonna switch and put both ends of my band into my left hand, shoulders locked into place. I'm gonna do that roll down. I'm gonna do just one regular one, just rolling down, Getting used to doing it with one arm always feels a little harder. Rolling back up and being nice and tall. And then that next one, I'll add a side bend. I'm gonna roll down, take my arm up toward my ear, tip my head into my side bend movement, and then come back to center and curl through my back to come back up. Sometimes I gotta wiggle and adjust. Inhale, roll down, push your feet in. Get a little side bend moment. I'm always thinking about my left shoulder blade that's holding the arm, holding the band, that shoulder does not get to creep up. I'm gonna unside bend, come back, soften knees if you need, curl back up and sit tall. And then our last one, the best one, where we get to like hang out down there for a little bit. We're gonna take an extra bonus stretch. You're gonna roll down. You're gonna take a side bend, gonna find your shoulders. And then you could take that leg over, and maybe you want to cross it. Maybe you just want to like bring it over as close as you can. Maybe you want to cross it, and then you get to just be there. Keep stretching through your top arm. Maybe you want to point a little, flex a little through your foot. Let your right hip be nice and heavy, and just take some breath as you're there. Always feels good. Okay, and then we're gonna come out of it. We're gonna bring that foot back over to your pole. You're gonna unside bend, bring yourself back to the center, and then roll yourself back up, and then come tall. Ta-da! And that's it. So that's a little example of how we can use a band to recreate some of the work that we do normally with our Pilates springs at home. Try it out. Let me know what you think. If you loved it, we do have our Tower on the Mat classes where we use just like a band, maybe some small weights, a little props to recreate the equipment. All right, have a great day.